What if the reason your life feels out of control isn't your lack of talent, but the way you start your mornings? What if one small decision made before the world even wakes up could change everything? This powerful story about Clara will make you question your habits, challenge your excuses, and show you how one simple change can completely transform your life. Clara was always late. Late to work. Late with bills. Late with promises. Her life didn't fall apart all at once. It cracked slowly, like glass under pressure. One morning she ran down the street, half-dressed, holding her shoes in one hand and her phone in the other. "Wait, wait," she shouted as the bus doors closed in front of her. The driver didn't even look. Clara stood there breathing heavily, watching it leave. Again. By the time she reached work, her boss didn't even say hello. "Third time this week," he said without looking up. "I know she started. I don't need excuses, I need reliability." That word hit harder than anything else. Reliable. She was. Not to her job. Not to her family. Not even to herself. That evening things got worse. Her electricity was cut off. She sat in the dark, phone light flickering across unpaid bills, unopened emails, and a calendar filled with reminders she had ignored. Final notice. Urgent. Last chance. Her chest tightened. How did it get this bad? But deep down she knew. It wasn't one big mistake. It was 1,000 small ones. A few days later, she took a temporary job in another city. Night shift. Packing boxes in a warehouse. No passion, no future, just survival. Her hands hurt, her back burned. Time moved painfully slow. At 3:47 a.m. during her break, she collapsed onto a bench near the train platform outside. That's where she saw him. A man in a suit, clean, sharp, awake. At 3:47 a.m. He wasn't tired. He wasn't scrolling. He was reading. Clara stared. "Do you ever sleep?" she muttered. He looked up, slightly amused. "Of course." She pointed at the sky. "It's still night." "It's already morning," he replied calmly. She scoffed. "For who?" "For people who want control," he said. That annoyed her. "Control," she snapped. "I work night shifts, I'm exhausted, my life is falling apart and you're talking about control." He didn't react. Instead, he closed his book. "I used to sleep through my life too," he said. "Until I realized something." Clara crossed her arms. "What?" "The earlier you take control of your day, the less your day controls you." She rolled her eyes. "Let me guess, wake up at 5 a.m., drink water, change your life." He smiled slightly. "Yes." She laughed, actually laughed. "You don't get it," she said. "I can't even manage my life awake, and you want me to wake up earlier." "That's exactly why you should," he replied. She paused. That irritated her more than it should. That night after her shift, she didn't go to sleep immediately. Instead, she sat on her bed. Tired, frustrated. Thinking. "What if," she whispered. The next day, 5:00 a.m. Her alarm rang. Her body screamed, "No." Her mind whispered, "Not today." She turned it off. Silence. Then, she sat up. "Just try," she muttered. Day 1, she walked outside. The city was empty. No noise, no chaos. Just cold air and silence. It felt unfamiliar. Day 3, she almost quit. Day 5, she overslept. Day 7, she didn't want to continue. But something strange started happening in between the struggle. She began noticing time. Real time. Not the rushed, chaotic kind, but usable time. One morning, she opened her laptop. There was a course she had once downloaded and never touched. A difficult program, complex, intimidating. She clicked it. "Let's see how long I last," she said. At first, she didn't understand anything. Error messages, confusion, frustration. She slammed the laptop shut more than once. This is pointless, she groaned. But the next morning at 5:00 am, she opened it again. Weeks passed. Her routine became movement. Wake up, cold water on her face. Walk outside. Sit down, learn. Every single day. Even after exhausting night shifts. Even when her body begged her to stop. Her life outside didn't magically fix. She still worked long hours. Still struggled with money. But internally, something shifted. She started showing up on time. Then early. Her boss at the warehouse noticed. "You're different lately," he said. She shrugged, just trying something new. 3 months later, she completed the program. Not perfectly, but completely. She stared at the screen. I actually did it. For once, she finished something. 6 months later, Clara walked into a glass building. Not as a visitor, as an employee. Her first day at a high-paying job she once thought was impossible. Clean desk, bright office, quiet confidence. Her manager smiled. "We're glad to have you, Clara." She nodded, but her mind went somewhere else. Back to the dark room. The missed bus. The warehouse nights. Back to 5:00 am. That evening she passed a bus stop. A young woman was running toward a closing bus. Wait. The doors shut. The bus drove away. Clara stopped walking. For a moment, it felt like looking into her past. She walked over slowly. "Hey," she said gently. The girl looked frustrated. "Yeah." Clara smiled slightly. "I know something that might help." The girl sighed. "What?" Clara looked at her, remembering everything it took to change. "Tomorrow morning," she said. "Set your alarm for 5:00 am. Moral: your life doesn't collapse in one moment. And it doesn't rebuild in one either. It changes through action. Through repetition. Through discipline when it's hardest. 5:00 am isn't magic. But it gives you something most people never use. A head start on becoming the person you said you'd be.